Hi, my name is John, and you're welcome to the full course hands-on of Certified Ethical Hacker version 10 course. And here is the module 1 of the whole course. This training or course is in modules, and in this module 1 I'm going to be showing you some basic things you need to know. I will take you through the Kali Linux, which is the tool that we're going to be using, and is one of the best tools that pen testers use. So I will walk you through the introductory part, like making you to know more about the environment, about Kali Linux environment. So right now, this icon here, this icon here, this very one, is like our start icon in our Windows operating system. Let's say, for example, Windows 7, all right, Windows 10. Now when you click a start icon, you see a list of programs available on that window. So right now, when I click on this, you see that programs are displayed. Okay, look at them. These are some of the programs we have in Kali Linux that pen testers use to run pen testing operations on either systems or networks. And one good thing about this version of Kali Linux, this is the 2020 version of Kali Linux, is you have this search bar here where, let's say, if you want to search for anything that maybe you are not very sure of the name, all you need to do, you type maybe a part of the name that you can remember. Let's say we want to type Metasploit, and I only remember Meta, so I'll go on and type Meta. Alright, so it will bring out everything that relates to Meta, and here the number one option here is Metasploit. That is why this latest version of Kali Linux is awesome. Then this next icon here is, let's say, when you have a lot of windows opened on this very screen, okay, you can use this very one to minimize all windows. Okay, and all you need to do is you bring your mouse there and you click on it, and everything will be minimized. The windows, everything will be minimized, and you see your desktop here the way it is now. Then the next icon here is an icon that will give you information like a directory, you know, like in Windows operating system, like I say, Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8, and all other Windows, we have what we call folders. But in Kali Linux, that folder that we have in Windows, we don't call them folders here, we call them directory. All right, so this is the user directory. Okay, and the user directory here is CyberWatch. All right, and is in the directory of home. Okay, so when you, let's say I click on that, look at it, all these things are found in the user directory. Okay, and also when I click open folder, you see open folder there. Now you see other things that are under the user directory. All right, yes, it's coming up. Look at it now, CyberWatch file manager. These are all the things under the home user directory. So the next icon here is our terminal. This terminal is where we are basically going to be doing almost everything we'll be learning in this course. Alright, so this terminal is, right now I'm clicking on it. Okay, it's where we enter our commands, we run a lot of things. If we want to do pen tests, like if we want to hack into remote systems, we want to hack into a Wi-Fi, anything we want to do, we are going to be using this terminal to do it, because as we know, or maybe the way it is in Kali Linux, we it's all about Kali Linux is all about commands. Okay, that notwithstanding, we still have some graphical interface in Kali Linux, but also the main things we have, the way it really runs is commands. Okay, it's commands that we really use here. And now the next icon here is let's say what we're doing now. If we want to record our screen to play it back maybe later, or for tutorial for tutorial purposes, all we need to do is just to come here and click on this icon, and our screen will be recorded just the same way I am doing now. Sorry, the terminal just came up. Alright, I don't know why it took this time to be loaded, to be fired up. So this is the terminal. This is what we're going to run, like almost everything that we'll be learning here in this course. Alright, let me close some of the terminals. Alright, okay, now we have, let me demonstrate this one for you too. Now we have a lot of terminals. All these guys here, they are here. When I click this one to minimize all terminals, everything will go down like I told us before, and we'll now see our desktop like this. Okay, look at the terminals are still open. Okay, if you want to close anyone, you can right click on it and click close. Right, we have two terminals left. Let's right click on this one too and click close too, so that we'll have one terminal left. Let's leave this one open because we'll come back to it for a very basic commands that will be showing you here in this module. Now the next thing here is our time. Okay, for us to keep track of our time as we work. Okay, the next one here is our network. Right, when you are connected to the network, or you want to connect to the network, this is where you use to connect to any network, maybe the internet. This is a volume icon. You can use this to increase and decrease, or enable or disable volume. Okay, this way you can increase. You bring your mouse pointer on it, hold your left mouse button down and drag to decrease, or drag towards the right to increase. Okay, if you want to disable it totally, you can actually come here and hold this toggle button and drag it to the left. It will be disabled. Okay, let's click to the left, it's disabled. Now let's go and click back to the right, it's enabled. That's that for that icon. And this is our notification icon, the bell icon. All right, and this icon here is like our computer directory. Okay, and when you click on this one, you can lock the screen. Okay, and here is where, let's say you want to shut down, you want to restart. When you click on it, you see it will come up this way, and you have options like logouts, the current user, like CyberWatch. You want to log it out and re-log in with another user credentials, you click on logout. You want to restart the Kali Linux machine, you click here. If you want to shut it down, you click here. If you want to suspend, hibernate, and hybrid sleep, switch user directly without logging out. Okay, you now click here. That's that about this window, this desktop basically. So like I have said, passively I told you that I'm going to be showing you some very basic commands, okay, that you should start with, and that will make us to fire up our terminal. So here on the terminal, before we begin entering any commands, okay, let me introduce you to what we have, what you're seeing here. Here you see CyberWatch at Kali column, this very symbol here, then $sign. I will introduce you to what it really means. The first one here is CyberWatch, excuse me, which is the user, the current user that is logged in. So I am logged onto this Kali Linux machine as CyberWatch. Okay, I'm the user and my name is CyberWatch. Okay, now this other one after this @ sign is Kali. It means it means that I'm logged in as CyberWatch on the host Kali. All right, then this column, then this sign also actually means that I am on the home directory. Okay, this very sign means I am on the home directory, and this symbol, which is this dollar symbol, means that I am just a normal user. Okay, I'm not a root user. I will explain to you or tell you what I actually mean by a normal user and a root user. When I log onto the Kali Linux, I just logged onto it as just as a normal user, meaning there are some rights that I don't have, a lot of rights I don't have. There are a lot of things that I might not be able to do here as a normal user. Okay, but if I'm a root user or a super user or admin user, you see that I have a lot of rights to run a lot of commands, all commands on that's available on the Kali Linux machine. All right, and I'm going to maybe type a command here that will make you to understand what I'm talking about. Now, if I want to say add a new user on this system, okay, and let's say the new user is Tom, all right, Tom. The command to do that is user add Tom. All right, okay, let me say capital. Okay, let me just say Tom. Let me press enter. You see that it fired up an error message saying bash column user add column command not found. All right, but the command is actually available in the machine, in the Kali Linux machine. Okay, but now I am not able to use it because I do not have the privilege to use it. I do not have the rights, the administrative right to use it. It means I am not a root, or I am not a super user of this Kali Linux machine. But there is another command that I can add to this very one to make me even run some administrative, some super user commands, okay, even as a normal user. All right, so it means, I mean, that the command now is sudo, that is sudo user add Tom. Right now that I've added the sudo, very soon you'll see that I'll be able to add the user to this machine because of this command sudo. And the command sudo actually means super user do. Okay, so it's like super user do this command. That's what it means. So right now I'll press enter. You look at it, they'll ask me for my password, and I'll enter my password right now. Enter. You see no error this time around because I used the command using I entered the command using another command called sudo, which is what super user do. All right, so if I want to clear this screen to have a fresh screen again, I'll type the command clear. That's why this Kali Linux is so awesome. All right, if it's Windows, instead of this clear, we'll be typing CLS to clear screen, but here you type clear and you press enter and your screen is cleared for you. All right, so the very basic commands that will be showing us right now in this module 1 of the CEH version 10 course is cat. All right, like CAT. Yes, the cat command, it's used in Kali Linux to read any directory, to read anything. If you want to go into any file, let's say if it was Windows, you double click on the file and it will open. All right, but here if we want to read any file, we use the command called cat. So if you want to know more about cat, you can say cat space help. All right, then you press enter. Okay, now you say there is no such. Okay, let's add our sudo cat space help. Okay, all right, let's clear our screen and go on with reading our some files or to get more information about the Kali Linux. But this very cat, I will in the subsequent modules will go deep into how we can use it and how we can get information about it. So let's say if I want to get or to know the version of the Kali Linux we are running on. All right, I'm going to type the command cat space slash, that is / etc / os dash release. All right, like this, and press enter. You see that we have information about the Kali Linux, the version of the Kali Linux you are running. Now look at it, Kali GNU, there's a name, Kali GNU Linux, ID Kali version 2020.2. you see, one of the latest version as at the time of this recording. And this other information also you can get, okay, from you can go on and search for this, go through this other information, but they are not very important. Okay, so another thing, okay, I'll type clear, all right, to clear that one. So another thing that another command that I'm going to introduce you to here right now is the uname. And the uname help us to get maybe more information about the Kali Linux we are running, like the kernel version and the CPU architecture and all that. Okay, so what we're going to type here is uname space -a. all right, now press enter. Look at it now, it's Kali Linux version 5.50, like that, AMD 64, and it runs on Debian. All right, Debian version of Linux, and also look at the architecture, 64-bit, okay, and the date and all that. So this is how you can get information about the version, the architecture of the Kali Linux that you are running. And also, if you want to know more about the CPU that you are running the Kali Linux on, you type the command ls CPU without any space, and you press enter. All right, here you see, you can scroll back up to see all the information. You have more information again, like look at it, the architecture 64 x86 64, and the CPU operation mode, look at it, it's 32-bit 64-bit, like that. Look, a whole lot of information here that will make you to get acquainted with the system, the CPU that you are running your Kali Linux on. All right, so I'll also type the same command, if you remember, clear. All right, to clear the screen. So to also know about your memory, okay, that you are using, you're going to type the command -m, okay, and press enter. Now here you see that the first option here is memory. I have this memory, and I have this size of memory used, and I have this size of memory free, okay. And here the swap is like an external storage location that's created so as to save some of the memories here, some of the things in this memory in it, in case of memory full, when the memory is filled up and all that. Okay, that's how you can get information about your memory. Also, I'm going to type the command clear. All right, like we say, like we typed before, before now we typed ls CPU to get information about the CPU we're running on. If we type ordinary ls, okay, we're going to have some an output here. Okay, it means on this CyberWatch directory we have all these things in them. Okay, we have all these things in them. Okay, it means let's list what we have in CyberWatch's directory. All right, that is what it means. Okay, and these are, like I said before at the beginning of this module, this is just like a module that will introduce you to the Kali Linux that I will be using, and it's all these commands that I've just shown to you, very basic commands that you need, okay, to actually work on, to get acquainted with your Kali Linux, the version of your Kali Linux, okay. And I want to tell you at this point that in the subsequent module, okay, I will show, or I will actually teach you some very important commands that every hacker should know, okay. This, like I said, these are very basic commands, but I will delve more or deeper into a lot of very important commands that every hacker should know. Whether you are starting up or you are a pro hacker, you are supposed to know those commands. Thank you very much for going through the course, this module with me, and I hope to see you again in the next module. Thank you, and bye for now.